Yep, you know who it is. It's KP's Video News, y'all. I'm back with another episode. So first things first, I'd like to thank everybody for showing up, everybody for watching KP's Video News. And then if it gets too rough up in here, only thing I'm gonna say is, damn, you got knocked out. That's right. But yeah, this is gonna be a cop heavy show. And I do these every now and then because it's a lot of bad things going on in this country, man, that the cops are just perpetrating a whole bunch of bad stuff. But anyway, you know, can't put them all in the same category. There's a couple of good ones out there, a couple. But yeah. So don't forget to hit that, subscribe, hit this bell. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Don't forget to share and, comment on the videos. Share with your family and friends, enemies, frenemies, all that good stuff. Let me make a little slight adjustment here. All that good stuff, and yeah, it's KP's Video News, man. I'm doing my own thing, my own show, and I've been doing it. This is episode 770. 30 more videos, and it'll be 800 that I'll be celebrating. It'll be 800 videos. That's right, KP's Video News, and I'm trying to keep it going, man. Trying to keep it going, trying to keep it right, trying to keep it real. Okay, so let me get started here. They have the Okaloosa County Sheriff. Yep. Wow, this is crazy, man. Okay, so you got a Okaloosa County Sheriff that was light on details about the passing of Senior Airman Roger FORTSON months after a different scandal invited scrutiny of the police department. So this is the same police department that was involved in the Alcorn case. Anyway, the Okaloosa County Sheriff and shot and took the life of a black officer in the U.S. Air Force at his Florida home is being accused of responding to alleged reports of disturbance at the wrong apartment before opening fire during the fatal encounter last week in the town of Fort Walton Beach. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who has been retained to represent the family of Senior Airman Roger FORTSON, said a witness claims she was on FaceTime call with the 23-year-old military officer when he lost his life. The circumstances surrounding Roger's passing raise serious questions that demand immediate answers from authorities, especially considering the alarming witness statement that the police entered the wrong apartment. Crump stated in a statement that the narrative released by law enforcement, which falsely suggests that Roger posed a threat, is deeply troubling and inconsistent with the details provided by the witness. Roger was home alone, causing no disturbance when his life was tragically cut short by law enforcement. Details are scarce, of the black officer in the U.S. Air Force at his Florida home. Senior Airman Robert FORTSON life was lost in an apartment under circumstances that are not immediately clear after the deputy with Okaloosa County Sheriff reacted, claiming self-defense after he encountered a 23-year-old man armed with the handgun, as police claim in its narrative, citing the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office. That deputy responded to a vague report of a disturbance in progress, but was not immediately clear what that referred to. The deputy allegedly fired his gun only after he identified himself as law enforcement. That's the the county sheriff's office stated. And it was careful to say, claiming the reaction was to hearing sounds of a disturbance. Of course, it's not rare for an active duty member of the U.S. Armed Forces to be armed, as Okaloosa County Sheriff described the encounter with FORTSON, whose job with the U.S. Air Force was in part to load ammunition on Air Force planes. In addition, the context in which FORTSON was allegedly armed with the gun was not provided. FORTSON was taken to a hospital where he later passed, and the deputy involved was placed on administrative leave pending investigation into the incident. And FORTSON was assigned to Special Operations Squadron as a special missions aviator, where one of his roles as a member of the squadron's AC-130J Ghost Rider aircrew was to load gunships 30mm and 105mm cannons during missions. In a statement late Tuesday, Okaloosa County Sheriff Eric Aiden said the Florida Department of Law Enforcement will investigate the incident at the state attorney's office, will conduct an independent review. He said the sheriff's office was saddened by the shooting. The police officer who shot FORTSON was not immediately identified. The lack of details that the police are framing as self-defense could generate some suspicion, since law enforcement was seemingly not as transparent as they could have been. It's also not the first time that the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office has been involved in a questionable shooting in recent months. So there could be an additional scrutiny of this shooting, because the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office is the same police department that employed a cop who in November infamously shot an unarmed and handcuffed black man after mistaking the sound of a falling acorn for a gunshot. In that instance, now former Deputy Jesse Hernandez is shown in the video shooting an unarmed suspect, Marquise Jackson, who was not injured after the acorn fell onto the roof of the police car. That prompted Hernandez to yell, "Shots fired," before he let off some rounds from his own service weapon. Hernandez was allowed to resign in December while he was under investigation. It'll be a sign of things to come. The police shooting of FORTSON, and Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office ultimately described Hernandez's actions on that fateful day as reasonable and cleared him of any wrongdoing. See what's going on here? Acorn hit the car. Guy's handcuffed, and they call that reasonable. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is really, really crazy. So here's a situation. A settlement would resolve a federal civil rights lawsuit in Chicago for the sister of Irene Chavez, 33, that was found deceased in a holding cell December 2021 after being arrested on a charge of simple battery. And Chicago taxpayers are going to have to spend $1.75 million to compensate the family of the 33-year-old woman that was found inside her holding cell on the south side, deceased. Irene Chavez was arrested on December 2021 for simple battery after an incident of at the Jeffrey Pub in the South Shore, and the $1.75 million settlement on the agenda for Monday's meeting will resolve a federal civil rights lawsuit filed by the sister of Chavez. The lawsuit claimed the 10 officers involved in the arrest denied Chavez basic medical care after she repeatedly asserted she was a veteran dealing with PTSD, and the officer escalated the tension after aggressively shouting at Chavez. Chavez passed because CPD officers failed to recognize her humanity, refused to accommodate her mental illness, and refused to treat her life as if it mattered. Sheila Betty, the attorney representing her sister Iris Chavez, said at the time the lawsuit was filed, Irene Chavez was accused of spitting on an employee and punching another after they tried to escort her out of a bar. And bar employees stated that she became irate when told she could not use the jukebox because the DJ was performing. The body cam video showed a worker telling officers Chavez punched him in the face after he tried to remove her from the bar, and another worker said she spit on him during trying to restrain her. As the officer was taking the employee's statements, Chavez could be heard in the video repeatedly stating that she needed a witness and a chance to share her side of the story and did not want the male officer searching or restraining her. As a female officer searched Chavez, she and the male officer standing nearby exchanged profanities. There's no justice in the system, Chavez stated. And when officers told her she was being taken into custody, she asserted her actions with self-defense. So she was driven to Grand Crossing Police Station and could be heard singing "You Are My Sunshine" as officers sing along, laughing. Wow. Oh, boy. The arrest report stated that Chavez was belligerent during process and repeatedly yelling. It was self-defense. I'm a veteran. I have PTSD. Talked to my therapist. And she was placed in a holding cell about 12 a.m., according to the timestamp body cam footage. And the officer took one handcuff and instructed her to hand over her shoelaces and jewelry. And around 1 o'clock, she yelled, "It's not funny," and threw her boot at the window of the holding cell. Then she was silent for about 5 minutes, prompting the officer to check in the window. What you saw, she was kneeling on the floor. Yep. Wow, it's crazy, man. Yep. And they didn't even make the effort. They thought they didn't make an effort, man, to get the psychiatric evaluation for this person or any other information on this person, and person end up losing their life. But their money is not going to bring that person back. It's not going to bring them back. Okay, on to the next story. This is moving from Chicago, going to New York. And Twitch streamer Kai Cenat charged with inciting a riot after New York City giveaway won't be prosecuted. And social media influencer Kai Cenat will not be prosecuted on charges of inciting a riot and unlawful assembly connected to the chaotic giveaway he promoted in New York's Union Square last year, which resulted in dozens of arrests. Cenat posted a public apology to social media and has agreed to pay $55,000 in restitution after the riotous crowd of thousands of people damaged landscaping on Union Square. And the district attorney's office said that it will officially dismiss the case after the apology has been on social media for 24 hours. Last August, Cenat announced during a Twitch stream that he would be hosting a huge giveaway of computers, PlayStation 5s, gift cards, and other prizes at Union Square. At the time, he had more than 6.5 million Twitch followers and a following that has only grown since. On the day of the event, the crowd exploded from a few hundred people to thousands in just minutes. New York Police Department said in a massive throng led to several injuries, thousands of dollars in property damage, and more than 60 arrests after NYPD activated level 4 response. Now here you got a giveaway, and here come the cops, man. Here come the cops doing what they do. All right, so here we go in another situation, and this time, this is in Louisiana, St. Tammany Parish Sheriff Officer Deputy Mooring, and is a uniformed officer, and it's like a jury in Louisiana awarded a verdict to a 14-year-old boy who tried to record the violent arrest of his mother after someone reported a woman riding a dirt bike without a helmet in the neighborhood. The jury Wednesday awarded Deshaun Johnson $185,000 for intentional infliction of emotional distress by St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Office Department, Ryan Mooring, as the 14-year-old boy tried to film the arrest of his mother, Talia Perkins, at their home in Slidell, Louisiana in May 2020, according to the court documents. This win means so much to me after all these years to finally see justice served bring me peace and joy, Johnson said in a statement through his lawyer, Keith Cohen. And this is I was in the 8th grade when this happened to me. Now I'm about to attend college, and I'm proud of myself and my mom for refusing to accept what happened to us, for fighting for the justice we are owed. And there should be accountability. As we face imminent threats to our rights to record police in Louisiana, the Justice Lab and our pro bono partners and colleagues like Reed Collins' team, with whom we prosecuted this case, will continue to fight for the brave individuals like Ms. Perkins and her son, and fight for the world of justice and safety for all people. That's right. Yep, caused emotional harm. The cop threatened to tase the kid. Tase him. I want to shoot you with my taser. Yeah. It's a child. It's a child, man. A kid in the 8th grade. Over exaggerated. Yep. Another cop, Kyle Hart, you know, cussed the mother out, talking about this ain't about race. And Perkins' concern about the target of the neighbor's racial prejudice appeared to inflame defendant's tempers as the interaction took a sharp, hostile turn. Yep. At one point, when Perkins asked to speak to the deputy supervisors, they refused. So she called 911 to request a supervising officer be sent. The defendants were the cops, which were visibly upset by this. So Perkins called for DJ and her nephew, who were inside the house, to come out the driveway and start recording the video on their cell phones. Yep. So that enraged the deputies, the lawsuit said. Right now, you're being placed under arrest. According to the lawsuit, and the deputies violently seized Ms. Perkins by her arms and told her to give them her hands so she could place the handcuffs. At one point, they leaned on her back and neck with their knees and elbows, pulled her hair, and forced her face against the driveway pavement. Wow, you guys are out of control. So that little $180,000 ain't nothing. Yep. All charges except the misdemeanor resisting charge were dropped, the lawyer stated. She was found guilty of that charge and had to pay a $50 fine. No problem. Pay that $50,000, that $50 fine out of that $185,000 you had to pay her. Yep. Okay, now here's a story that had a sad beginning, but it definitely had a good end. So here's what we got here. Got Africa O's grew up in Harlem as a low-income single mother household, a straight-A student. She was always dreaming about becoming a lawyer, and those dreams were derailed. However, when at 17, she traded in her full ride scholarship at an elite prep school for jail. Arrested and charged with carrying guns for her then boyfriend, the leader of a notorious Harlem drug gang, she pleaded guilty to felony charges of conspiracy and weapons possession, and she faced 25 years to life. After serving 6 months on Rikers Island, thanks to New York Youthful Offenders Program, she was given a second chance. She didn't waste it. During her 5 years probation, she finished high school, graduated with honors from Hobart and William Smith colleges with a degree in sociology and minors in African studies and public policy. And but she, more than she got back on track, she rumbled out of the station and went flying off the rails. In 2017, she was awarded a Fulbright grant where she taught English and founded a Black Women's Empowerment Group in Cape Town, South Africa. And she never forgot her dream. She applied for Fordham University School of Law and was one of less than 20% of applicants accepted. And now, despite overwhelming odds, that dream has officially become a reality. And nervously clutching photos of a 4-year-old son and late mother and grandmother with her little brother standing by, Africa anxiously logs online. After a couple of tense moments researching the results, she finds them jumping up and down. She yells, I passed. And she burst into tears. And she overlays the emotional clip with a point of view. You're a formerly incarcerated single mom who passed the bar early on the first try. She passed the bar exam. Congratulations. Yep, but a New York bar exam, first try. I'm telling you, man, that's amazing. From somebody that would have been thrown away by the system. for a mistake, turn her life completely around. Congratulations for that. All right, folks, this is KP's Video News. Like I said, don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Hey, if you want to, buy me a coffee. PayPal, paypal.me/KP Video News. That's paypal.me/KP Video News. And thank you very much. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and have a blessed day.